The VK72, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Today there was the new update. It was buffed, quote unquote, and oh boy, is this tank still a huge disappointment for me. This is probably still one of the weakest heavies at the super heavies at tier 10. The 60 TP, a very similar tank with tungsten shells, is still much better than this crap Wargaming has just released again. Maybe it's not me. I'm going to make another review after a week or two, because today randoms were garbage. Maybe that's why I'm hating on the tank. But from the battles that happened today, I think I've played a lot of battles today, they were complete garbage. Randoms, as in matchmaking, was also completely garbage. So maybe that's why I feel like the tank isn't as great as it really feels. So again, I'm telling you that I will be making another review on this tank in a week or two after matchmaking comes back to normal. But as of right now, this tank is just... there's nothing great about it, you know, like the consumables, like tungsten shells, sure, it's okay, but the reload time is far too long anyway, and so you're barely gonna get 2 shots in, and the alpha isn't that significant compared to the 60 TP, for example. For the 60 TP, it was a big jump from 600 to 700. Here, it doesn't feel as significant anyway. On top of that, the sandbags and the shell velocity aren't that huge of a deal when this tank's gun is just horrendous. You're just going to miss everything. I mean it, like, this tank's gun is probably, like, it's just so bad. Like, it's so bad. As you can see there, I'm already getting triggered by this tank. And overall, most of my opinion is related because of the, most of my opinion comes from today's matchmaking, which again was completely garbage. It kept throwing us at the same 2 to 3 maps every single game. Oh god, the mobility on this thing is not great. The side armor, like, this thing almost doesn't have armor. If you switch onto gold, anything will be able to penetrate you frontally. Your sides are just garbage. And so, like, I literally don't understand what the point of this tank is. At least as of right now. Like, there is literally no point in having this tank whatsoever. Like, I just hate it so much for some reason. I hate this tank with so much. The 60 TP is better. The E100 is better than this. The VK90 is much better than this. Like, this tank was such a disappointment for me in every single way. I really thought that the tungsten shells would actually save this tank, but not really. If you're going to hit only 1 out of 2 shells with the tungsten shots anyway, what's the point? And the other additions to this tank will not really help you whatsoever either. I feel like the E100 has a much better gun compared to this anyway, and the DPM on this thing is atrocious anyhow. Like, I just have no words to describe this tank. Maybe some people will say, but Happy, I do so well in this thing. I do so well. I'm an amazing player. I really don't care what you guys say. Like, I'm taking this from a point of view where I'm supposed to do at least 3,400, 500, 3,600 damage per game with this tank. In the E100, it's doable. In this thing, it's not. So, if you're playing for 2,000 average and, like, you're a 50% win rate player, sure, this tank could be okay for you, but to play at a much higher level, at 3,600, 500 damage, even, like, 4K is not even doable in this thing, so there's no question about it. But if you're trying to do, like, at least 3,600, this tank is just atrocious for it. Like, it's just so hard to do this. Again, this is just my opinion, and things could change in a few weeks once MM becomes normal, but until then, this tank was garbage and is still garbage. So yeah, again, just my opinion. So with that, Happy's out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.